Damn, son. What's up, you guys? I just wanted to talk to y'all right quick because I was just on Instagram, and I was looking at Chrisean, and we all know, well, if you do know about Chrisean and Blueface and they toxic relationship that's so public, and a video was up there the other day showing her just kirking out. I don't know if they was at an interview or something, but she was just spazzing. And God owns her soul, but he has allowed the devil to get to her. The way that girl operate now, she wasn't like that before she got with Blue. Yeah, she had trauma. Yeah, she had all of that same, the stuff that she acts out now in public and raging and all of that. That's all a part of the plan. And one thing about God, one thing I've learned about God is he will allow the devil to get to you. He will allow the devil to get to you so he can get the glory in the end. He will allow the devil to bring you all the way down because the devil is in that girl. That demonic spirit is definitely on that girl. Because one thing about it is when you praying for things, you praying for fame, success. That's what she was praying for. She wanted fame. She wanted success so she can help her mom, struggling on drugs, and just to give back to her family, and to even for her own self to finally get some stability, which is why she got with Blue. She found stability in that because he provided shelter for her. She didn't have to go place to place and all of that. So when you praying to God, the devil hears every single thing we praying to God about. So he'll come in with a blessing too. He'll come in quick with it. The devil blesses too. And you'll know it's the devil if it come way too quick. God is not going to answer your prayers, depending on what it is. When it's stuff like that about success, money, riches, he's not coming to bless you just that quick. When he give you a promise, because he promised that girl, he promised her success. He promised her that. You can tell, when God has promised you something. But then the enemy, like he does, because he's nothing but a trickster, the king of tricks and lies and deceit, the king of games, he's the king of it. He'll slide in, give you an offering. Here, let me offer you this. And he come in when you at your weakest. Well, when you think you at your weakest. He come in when you weak and vulnerable. He give you an offer. This is why oftentimes these young kids, early 20s, even teens, they get sucked into the music industry, sucked into bad contracts, sucked into this industry of entertainment, which is Satan's kingdom. That's his kingdom. This is why you're going to have to, depending on which side of it that you're on, you're going to get sucked into doing some stuff you really don't want to do for the love of the money. They're going to waver like a doggy treat. They're going to waver a dollar amount or fame. They're going to waver this thing, and people automatically think fame equates to rich. You can be famous and still be broke. You have the fame, the notoriety, you have that, but you might not have no money. Look at how many celebrities, rappers, athletes, they're well known. They had money. They initially, a year later, 2, 3, 10 years later, it's no longevity with it. They in a constant contract. Like I said, signing a deal with the devil is kind of like signing a deal with your creditors. With your creditors. Okay, I'm going to give you this money up front. But you owe me now. You in a 30-year bid with me. 10 years. You signed a contract with me. So I give you this lump sum of money. But now you owe me. For 30 years, you got a slave. Think about how they do us with these mortgages, student loans. Okay, I'm going to give you this money so you can go to school. I'm going to give you this money for your house. But now you're going to have to work dealing with stuff that you don't want to deal with at these jobs taking away time from your family, stressing, pulling your hair out. You're going to have to deal with this wicked boss of yours. You're going to have to deal with these things so that you can keep paying me back. Now you got to work and slave to pay that loan back. This is how the devil operates too. He give them advancements. He give them public exposure like they want it. And now they have to keep on doing stuff. Keep on doing destructive behavior. Because you know the devil doesn't like innocence. His whole job is to steal, kill, destroy. Deceit. Lies and deceit. Destroy your innocence. He don't want no innocence. He don't want no righteousness. He don't want none of that. Everything that's of God, the devil wants the complete opposite. God wants us to have righteousness, to do right, to live peacefully. The devil does not. They will turn on the vacuum cleaner. See how the devil do? He don't, look, hurry up and get away from my door. They don't want this message to get out. Hopefully y'all don't hear it too much, but still just listen at the baby sleep. Every time I'm trying to do a video, something gotta distract. And it's always when I'm talking about this type of stuff. But the devil hears our prayers. This is why people talk in tongues, to trick the enemy. Now I kind of see why people talk in tongues, to trick the enemy. But God, the devil, he hears the prayers too. And he'll slide in, and then you'll think, wow, God, you sent this blessing that fast. Just how, like, you'll be like, I prayed for this man, or I prayed for this woman, I prayed for this success. And dang, just that quick, a day later, a week later, all of a sudden I get this nice, charming man. I get this nice job opportunity, but I got to sign this contract, and then I ain't read the fine print. And this is how they get you. Now, you owe me. You owe me over this period of time, and if you don't pay up, I'm coming to collect. Just like your debt collectors. You good. You good as long as you keep on paying me every month. And with the devil, as long as you keep on doing whatever it is that was a part of you guys' contract, whether it's that selling, promoting sex, selling, promoting domestic violence, because that's what Chrisean is doing right now. They're selling domestic violence, selling toxic love. They're selling that. So all the little young girls, or even older women that's in those situations, they hold on to hope for their toxic relationship because of what they see her doing. They're like, well, she doing it. And she believes in God, so God, bless her with this opportunity. She talk about God, but yet look at her. You can see she's possessed with a demon. She's possessed. It's all on. She didn't used to look like that. I've been following. Well, I wasn't necessarily following her, but I've been seeing her, because the girl Cutie from Baltimore, they was cool. I used to live in Baltimore. So I followed Cutie, and her and Chrisean was cool. So I did stop following her page a little bit. Not really following her, but I would see it or whatever. And the way she acted, this is when she first, because they went to the college in California. This is where how she ran into Blue. She went to college, doing her track thing, and she was just in a much better spirit than she was now. Like, you could tell she had some pain, but she put all of that energy in the track. She put that into that. But then she got the opportunity. Here come Blue. Slide opportunity. Here's an opportunity for exposure. Here's an opportunity to be an influencer. That's depending on what type of influencer position you sign up for, you're working for Satan. Because his influence now, that's the thing, influence. They're influencing the girls to get BBLs, to destroy their bodies. They're influencing the girls to take all this liquor, twerk all over, having no dignity. They're influencing the girls to be city girls, even though some girls really are city girls. You really are a city girl, but you need God to rebuke some of that city girl stuff off of you. Because we know what go on in the cities. We know why a lot of city girls are city girls, because the devil is clouding over the cities. The devil has been destroying our cities for a long time. But the devil knows. The devil is operating in Chrisean. But one thing about God, he'll allow the devil to get to you. He will allow the devil to get to you just so he can get the glory in the end. Because we're watching her self-destruct. We're watching Chrisean self-destruct. That's the whole plot of the enemy, is to watch you self-destruct, self-sabotage, to just destroy you. That's his job. What did I say his job? To steal, kill, destroy. He's destroying her soul. Yeah, she might be getting a little, she got the fame. She might be making more money than she was. But she ain't even making money like that, because if she was making money to the point where she really could save her family, she ain't went and saved her family yet. She ain't went and saved her mama yet. I don't know if she did or not, honestly. I don't know if she saved her mama or not. But if she did, she would know that she wouldn't have to be tied to Blue to have the money. He's pimping that girl. Just like these labels do. We signed this contract with my artist, because she's Blueface artist. We signed that contract. Now all the work you do, I get the money, and then I piece you off some. Like these contracts and labels been doing for years. We know what they did to TLC. We know what they did to all the artists. We know what they've been doing to all the artists. All the artists come out talking about the same thing. We see what they did to Meg. We even see what they did to Cardi B. We even see what they doing to Glorilla. We see it. This is just a common thing. And just like with Chrisean and Blueface, they ain't no different. She's supposed to be his artist. So that's the only reason why he deal with her, because you're my artist. And just like they have to do in the industry, a lot of times when you sell your soul and you have a talent and you want to get in the industry, just your talent alone ain't enough. This is the devil's kingdom. That little talent alone ain't enough. You got to do some rituals. You got to do some sacrifices. Just like with God, we have to sacrifice things. With the devil, you have to sacrifice too. So what you willing to give up? What you willing to do to show me that you really want this for the longevity of it? Because it ain't just about signing this contract and you doing your little talent and you doing your little 1 album, 1 song, 10 songs. You have to do more than that. You have to make a sacrifice. You have to make an offering. You have to make a good offering. He copies the same thing, the same way of God. The same way God had the Israelites, Abraham, all of us, to do these burnt offerings, make sacrifice to him. The same way Cain and Abel had to make the sacrifices, and he liked this type of sacrifice, this type of offering over that type of offering. He want a good offering. It's the same thing with the devil. He imitates. He's the counterfeit. He copies. He is the creator of copycat. He is the original copycat. This is where the term copycat, counterfeit, plagiarism, this is where that term comes from. Satan, because that's what he has done to God. So when you sign up to work for Satan, you have to make an offering too. Your talent alone is not enough. Just like our talents. God knows the gifts he put in us. You still got to make an offering. You still got to be willing to give up something. You still got to. I know what I instilled in you. I know the talent I instilled in you. But you still need to make an offering. You still need to make an offering. Satan has copied and turned it into a negative. So they have to make an offering too. You have to sell destruction. His job is destruction. God's job is unity. So the enemy, you have to sell destruction. And that's what he's allowing Chrisean to do. So what are you going to promote? Are you going to promote sex? Are you going to promote drugs, killing? You have to promote some type of act of destruction when you work for the enemy. Look at your top people. They promote something. Cardi promotes sex. That girl Suki promotes sex. Meg promotes sex, liquor, drinking to you blackout. Carisha, now she promoting getting peed on. They have to promote destruction, degrade your soul, degrade with your temple, degrade that to impurify you. That's the whole goal. But one thing about it is just like with Job in the book of Job, God will allow the devil to get to you and strip you down, strip you all the way down. just so he can get the glory for how he builds you back up. That's why he's allowing the devil to work through Chrisean right now. He allowing her. But just like he said in the book of Job, you can do everything, but you cannot kill him. You can do anything to him, but you cannot kill him. So what did Satan do to Job? He took all his wealth, all his cattle, thousands and thousands. He had hundreds of thousands of cattle. That's what the real wealth is. He stole his wealth. He took his kids. He made him sick. He broke him down. He broke him down. But he could not kill him. Because God was testing his faith to see, for one, is to show Satan how powerful he is and how the children of him, the ones that really has his soul, the one that really has that righteous soul at the core, because like I said before, a lot of us have that. We have a godly soul. Many people don't, but a lot of us do. But we have these spirits that's been placed on us over time, over years, because from as a child, a lot of us had a calling. Like I said in the other video, one of my recent videos, the black sheeps, it was something about the black sheep pride. We have a calling. You have a calling. For many are called, but few are chosen. You have a calling. You're marked from birth. You're marked from birth. Before you was even born, you were born chosen. For he knew you when you was even in your mama's womb. For he formed you in the belly. For I knew you. God knew us way before our mamas did. He knew us. He called us here. We were chosen. You're chosen from birth. What did I say in that video the other day? You're marked from 1 month old. You're marked. This is why you're the black sheep. You're marked. You're marked from birth. Your story is already written out. Your whole life plan is already written out. You don't know it, but God do. And the enemy does too. He knows. This is why he tried to get you early on. He tried to steal your innocence, destroy you as a child. This is why there's so much attack on children, because he wants to, if the devil can get to you while you're young, you can't fulfill the prophecy that God has for you. You can't fulfill your mission in life that God has for you. In that narrow path that God has for you, you're going to get all off track. You're going to get all off track if the devil can get to you. This is why he seeks to get to you as a child when you're the most vulnerable, most weak. He seeks to get to you. In any situation, when you're the most weak and vulnerable, this is the time that the devil enters. Anybody who watching this, at any of them, anytime that you dated a bad person, dated, just got involved with things that you know you shouldn't have got involved with, guarantee you at that point you was going through a trying time in your life. You were going through a trying time. You may have went through a heartbreak. You may have just got fired from a job. You may have just lost a parent. You may have just lost something. Something weakened you. Something you were missing. And when this person came in your life, disguised as a light in a time of darkness, they were disguised. They came as a wolf in sheep's clothing. And you thought that God sent them. Oh, you sent an angel for me to save me. No, the devil sent that angel. The devil sent him. Because we know the devil was a fallen angel. So the devil knows. He knows. He know all the tricks to the trade. He know what it is. He know what we're looking for. He knows too, because he was once in the kingdom. He was once in the kingdom. So he knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly how to manipulate. This is why he's the father of lies and manipulation. He knows. This is what he did to Chrisean. But I already see why God is allowing her to go through that. Because she's young. She in her early 20s. Yeah. For some of us, like me, look how long it took for me. It took to me to get in my late 20s to learn a lot of this stuff. Because some of us, when you come from certain things, when you come from certain things, he already knows it's going to take longer for you. I gotta let you go through a little bit more. I gotta let the devil get to you a little bit more for you to really, because I mean, I'm living proof to this. Cause you ain't learning your lesson. You believe in me, you know of me, but you don't know me like you're supposed to know me. So let me let the devil get to you, just so I can get your attention back. It's all because, like I said, God is the where narcissists stem from. He want all the attention. He want all the glory. He is a jealous God. He don't want nobody put before him. So sometimes he'll allow these things to happen to us, just so he can get the glory in the end, like he's going to do for Chrisean. Eventually, once she finally detached from Blue, and hopefully after she detached from him, she stay in solitude. Because it's going to be something, I don't want to speak that on her, and I just pray that it doesn't, but it's going to take for her to take a true L. Getting beat up ain't enough. Y'all know how it is for some of us. Him hitting us, that ain't enough. Like, I still want to be around you. That ain't enough. It take for something crucial. To happen. Deadly. 9 times out of 10, it takes for something truly deadly. And sometimes even that enough. But it'll keep on happening. Eventually you'll get it. And that's what it's going to take for her. Eventually, that God is going to allow that situation to happen. He's going to let the devil get to her, just so she can have that epiphany and have a wake-up call. Just so the light can come on for her. And when she get away from him, she won't have a testimony. She won't have all those same girls that follow her doing this toxic love stuff and thinking that toxic love is cute. And it's cute because we can be booed up today and then 5 minutes later arguing. That on and off everyday toxic draining stuff. He's going to use that so that she can be a prophet amongst the nations. She's called to speak. She think that this rapping stuff. No, a lot of us, God has called us to speak up. We are the Levites. A lot of us are called to have true purpose here, and it's to heal and save the world. Just like her. A lot of us with that fixer, Mrs. Fixer, I want to fix him, and I want to show him how love really feels. I want to show him that I can really love you. I want to just be the, you called to fix. This is why God, and it's so funny because right before this, I saw this girl do a video. She was like, God, if I'm a customer service representative, just say that. If I'm supposed to, like, I always get these project men or something like that, she was saying. And I used to say the same thing. And I know why I get the projects, because I'm really called to be a healer. I have that gift. That's all I have done in friendships and relationships, is pour into them. Tell them the truth, but I also am there to be a shoulder to cry. I'm a literally counselor, therapist. That's literally what I'm called here to be. That's what I'm called here to be. Called here to heal spiritually. A spiritual healer, a spiritual teacher. And the girl in the comments, and I told her that, this other girl in the comments to that video, she was like, I say the same thing. I always get these project men. I'm starting to think that I'm supposed to be a counselor or a healer. I said, I just realized that I've just learned that I am. And that's what my profession is now. That's what I do. And I said, God is more than likely calling you to start working on that. It's a reason. Nothing in our life just happens for no reason. He's giving you the practice. That was practice. That was practice for the grand finale. That was practice. You know, and this is why he allows us to go through all of this stuff. So those tests can be turned to testimonies. This is why he allows us to go through this. That girl and the many of the rest of us out here, all those bad things you've been through, all the things that you did that you might be ashamed of, it's okay, Pooh. It's okay. Forgive yourself. The number one thing is forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Ask God to redeem you, because he will. He already know. That's why he's allowed you to go through a lot of the stuff you've been through. He already know you had to go through that. If I didn't go through all the stuff I've been through, I would have never even found God. I would have never even built this relationship with him. I would never even be up here talking to you guys. I would never be doing this stuff. I would never be in my purpose if I never went through all the toxic stuff. Like I've been telling y'all since day one, toxic love is what led me to God. Toxic love. Toxic love, whether it was from relationship with guys, friends, my mama, my daddy, my brother, my family. Toxicity led me right into my purpose. And God knew what the exact thing that it was going to take for me to get there. Because he know us. He know us better than we know us. He know I was very stubborn, had no patience. This is why he allowed me to go through all of this, to be homeless, to be all of this, so I can learn. I prayed for patience. There's no way to pray for something. Now, if you really want that, you got to go through the journey so I can test you, so I can see, so you can gain the patience. If I didn't go through this stuff, I wouldn't have the patience that I have now. I still got more work to do. But I'm not so gotta have it now, gotta do it now, gotta. The control is lifting. It's been lifted. A lot of it has been lifted. The patience. I'm really learning how to be patient. In the stores now, I still do it a little bit. But if the line long, I'm not like, oh, come on, I just want to hurry up and all that quick moving, all of that. Nah. But we have to go through these things. Chrisean, he called her to be a prophet amongst the nations too. That's why baby been through all the stuff she been through. So she can speak up on behalf of all the other people, help heal so many others that went through the same thing, to show how good God really is. How he can take you from rags to riches, spiritually first, then materialistically, through the spiritual healing. That's what they're going to show, how you can come from nothing. How you can be in these toxic, dead-end relationships. How you can be a drunk, drinking, terrorizing, raging all over the place. Like he's allowing her. That's why he allowed her to act out. Because when he come in and bless her, when he come in and truly save her, we're going to be able to see how this girl went from acting out, all this. We're going to truly see the power of God, the glory of God. This is why God allows us to do this stuff. So when he come in and sprinkle his magic on us, he come get his angel to swoop us up and bring us back to him and fully surrender to him, so he can get that glory. Because we all know he want the glory. He want all the admiration. He want all the attention, all the love. He wants to be worshipped. He wants it all. All the attention on him. It's all about him for real. Everything that he do to us and through us is ultimately to get us back to him. Ultimately to bring the attention back to him. And that's what he's allowing Chrisean to do. And I see it on her. She raged now. Like now, she needs some spiritual cleansing. She got a lot of spirits that God got to release up off of her. But for right now, he letting the devil mess around with her. That's what he do. But one thing he said is, you can't kill her. Like he did me. He let me go through all of that. He said, you can't kill her. You can do everything but kill her. That's why he saved me from being killed several times. You can do all of this, but you can't kill her. You can't kill her. So, anybody that's going through situations like this, just know that it's all for your greater good. You're going to make it out. Surrender your life to God. And when you lose stuff in the process of surrendering, just understand that it's happening the way it's supposed to. Okay? So, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.